YouTube tarot reader Lisa Lee has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Lisa. This is Beyond Authentic. Let me know where you are coming in from if you are just joining us. I am coming in from my flat or apartment, depending on where you are in the world. Yes, good evening to all of you. Good evening to Crystal Rose, who is here. Good evening to Patricia, who is here. And good evening to Shika Magal, who is here as well. Good evening. We'll be having more people joining. So if you are just joining, do please come and say hello. Wolf Boyo, good evening. Hi peeps. I have good news. Good. I got my grade back on my first uni assignment and I got 78%. Well done. That's a good score. Well done, Wolf Boyo. Yay. Have I still got a button on here? I have. I don't know whether you're going to be able to hear that through the system, but yay! That's really cool. I am really, really happy for you. So yay, pleased about that one. I don't know whether did that come through anywhere else. If I play that one. I hope you can hear that. Oh, I've got an interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, maybe you did hear that. That came through. Yay! What about? Does it sound like it's coming through the speakers or through the mic? I mean, because I think it might be this that I need to turn up. You know. I think that might work. Yay! Anyway, hopefully that's working. Hi, Celine. How are you, my darling? Thank you, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. That came through. Yay! I know, right? Well done to Wolf Boyo. It sounds clear. Yay! I've got it working again. I know, right? That's so cool, Wolf Boyo. I'm really, really pleased for you. Yay! Thank you, everyone. Oh, amazing. Well done to everybody who's got good results in any exams and things. I know it's recently been exam season, hasn't it? Although for me, I say recent, it could have been many months ago, but for me it's still recent. If it's within the last 12 months or 15 or 16 years, then it's recent, right? That's how my brain works. So then, talking about the weird and wonderful ways my brain works, we do have some housekeeping rules on the channel. Before we go on, here's the housekeeping. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counselling advice. If you're looking for support in these areas, please do seek out professionals in these areas. You do have to be 18 years of age or over to get a tarot reading on this channel. And remember, please don't share private information here or anywhere else on the internet that you wouldn't want anyone or everyone finding out about now or any time in the future. Absolutely. Remember your digital footprint, everybody. And that is something that goes with you and stays with you now. So do you remember back when you were at school and they used to say something like, oh, do you know what? So it's like, right, let me put myself in the position of my old headmaster. He would say something like, well, Lisa, this is going to, we're very disappointed with you for I wasn't a naughty child. What do naughty children get told off for? Skipping lessons. What's that called? Bunking, right? So, headmaster. So, Lisa, we're very upset about you bunking off all the time. Oh, my brain's just done a brain fart. What was I doing? Oh, yes. Lisa, we're very disappointed in you bunking off all of the time, right? Very, very disappointed at you doing this. You do realize if this happens one more time, it'll be on your permanent record. And that goes with you everywhere, right? Never does it? Permanent record means nothing when you're in school. But they used to like hold it over you, like the fear of hell and fire and brimstone itself, right? Oh no, like oh yes, well, permanent record. Nope, nobody, nope, not a thing. But what is a thing is the internet's permanent record. Whereas if you put something on the internet now that might be a funny joke right now, right? It might be a funny joke. We might all laugh at it and go, oh, yeah, it's very funny. And then in a few years' time, it might be an ism. So it could be racism or ableism or something that you don't realize is a little bit close to the bone right now, but in years to come. Or it may totally cross that line and you may be advocating for some horrible things done to certain groups of people or whatever. Just be careful of doing stuff on the internet, basically. And like I always say, if you've just bought the house opposite the red church, right? Don't go telling everybody you've bought the house opposite the red church, because actually, do you know what? We can track that. We can find out where you live. We can go on Google Maps. We can go on Google Earth. We can see the pictures. We can look at it. We can access everything. We know where you are, right? I could probably do it. And I'm a bit of a Luddite when it comes to, I have to go on YouTube to remember how to do the things that I've already done, right? So for example, all of these things, hang on a second. Amanda, I can see your super chat. Thank you very much for that. All of these things that appear up here, I have forgotten how to do them. So I need to go back and relearn how to do these, even though I'm the one that did these, right? If that makes sense. So yeah, the internet's permanent record is such that if you put stuff out there today, it can be found and it can be sought. Not only can you be caught out and found out for writing, horrendous stuff when you think you're hiding behind a screen, but also be very mindful of your safety. Don't dox yourself either. Okay, is what I'm also saying. Right then, let's have a look. Amanda, you'll be the first reading, my darling, the first cab off the bank, off the rank. That's the word I'm looking for. Holland, that was a genuine negative comment in your school planner. Was what? That you were barking at dogs? Really? Like, I don't even know what that means. Anyway, I did see a few other people pop in. Good evening to Kelsey Wells. Hello, my darling. Neens O'Day. Good evening, Neens. Hello. I hope you are well as well. Subscribers and, in fact, members on the channel. Yeah, right. So shall we get on with some tarot reading? There are two ways on this channel to get a tarot reading, right? Amanda has done one of them. That is, she sent her question in the form of a super chat. And the other way is means you were caught barking at dogs by a teacher. Sounds about right. Nothing surprises me with Holland. So yeah, the first way, send it as a super chat. The second way is to wait until I open up a free round, which I'll be doing after Amanda's reading, and then pop your question in, starting with the word question, and your name will be added into that magic hat. And if your name is pulled out by the keeper of the questions, then you'll get your reading. The only way to guarantee that you get your reading is to do what Amanda has done, which is to send it through as a super chat. Right then, Amanda, we're going to get to your question right now. And in fact, it won't be right now. It will be in 17 seconds time.
We have a super strong connection here. Right. Oh my God!
So, as always, we are going to cleanse the space from the previous reading. I have done a reading earlier today for one of our members. We've just had our members only chat. We do it every week at 6 p.m. I may well do another members live as well. I'm thinking about doing maybe once a month where we do maybe a more chill out live where maybe we can have a adult beverage or two and just chill and relax together as a community. That might be a nice thing to do. But anyway, we've done that today on the members only. So yes, we ring the bell. So the way it works is that the vibrations from the bell, the sound vibrations, cleanse the space, and they push any negative energy or any residual energy of any kind out of my working space, which is basically everything you can see on screen. And then I bring in Wispy, and Wispy is an elemental air dragon, sometimes referred as a servitor or egregore, sometimes referred to as a thought form. I just refer to him as Wispy. There is a whole podcast episode dedicated to my dragons that is now linked in the chat, so do check that out. It's also permanently linked in the description box down below. So Wispy, my darling, good evening to you. We have a question in from thank you, Amanda. We have a question in from Amanda. She's also added a further $2 on the back, so that's cool. And the Amanda wants to know, what are William's Pisces, gotcha, next actions towards her? What are William's actions towards Amanda? Let's have a look. So then, what do we need to know, Wispy, from William's actions? What is William going to do? Is William going to, what's William going to do? Is William going to be nice? Is he going to be a bugger? Is he going to be, I don't know, going into space on a Elon Musk spaceship? Probably not. Right, anyway, what is happening? So as always, I will do your inverted, well, not as always, but I'm going to do an inverted V, right? So then, Wispy, here we go. Where you are right now, or rather where William is right now, okay? What you need to know about the situation with William, Eight of Pentacles, okay, and what the future opportunity is, okay. Five of Swords, bit of turmoil there, a bit of upset, bit of upheaval. Linking the King of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Two of Wands reversed. From the Eight of Pentacles to the Five of Swords, we've got the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. And at the root of everything, we've got the Magician reversed. Right there, my darling. So, thank you, Holland. Look, Holland's popped the doodah, the housekeeping rules in the chat for everybody. So that's really, really useful. Thank you, Holland. Right then, so let's have a look. The King of Cups reversed. This is where William is, right? In relation to the situation with you and him. We've got the King of Cups. Cups is your emotional suit. Cups is all about romance, your emotions, friendship, all of those lovely things. Generally, for me, it comes down to romance, okay? It's also a water symbol, so it's connected to the water element. So we will bear that in mind, because sometimes that can have a slight difference. However, for me, Cups is always, especially when Wispy brings the Cups, it's all about that romantic connection. The King is very much somebody in authority, somebody in control, somebody that makes the rules and makes the decisions. Now, the fact that this is reversed is one of two things, Amanda. Either William has left the picture, so in other words, there may well not be a current relationship, or it could be that William is abdicating the throne, so abdicating the power, quote unquote, in the relationship. Okay, so it could well be that William is waiting for you to make a move. I'm not sure that it is, right? I'm not sure that it is. It feels a little bit more like William is absent from the relationship currently. What you need to know about the situation, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is the candle burning at both ends card. Okay, so this is literally Pentacles is work, career, finances. It's also growth because it's that earth elemental connection. When we're talking about the eights are always eager to get to the 9. The whole point about the 8 in every suit, right? The 8 is literally, it's almost like if this was a character in fiction, it would be the White Rabbit. Okay. Oh, running late. Gotta be there on time. Running late. Oh gosh, running. Do you know what I mean? Where you're constantly trying to get to the target, to get the work finished on time, to hit that deadline, so you can get to the 9 of whatever the suit is. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is about working flat out to hit those deadlines, to get the job done. In terms of how it relates to the King, it's almost, because that King is reversed, it really does feel as if there is a dynamic difference between your energy and William's energy. It's almost like William is not interested in taking that authority and doing the things that William wants, doing the things in terms of relationship, making those decisions, and is almost kind of leaving it all to you. Does that make sense, my darling? But from your perspective, what you need to know, I think you've got a lot on your plate right now. So it's almost like you haven't got time and space to kind of be nursemaiding. Does that make sense? Or to be kind of hand holding William along, into the relationship. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like William's he's abdicating the throne of any authority and responsibility, but it's kind of going, well, you make the decisions. And it's like, well, hang on, I've decided on everything. Like, I can't decide whether you want to be with me. That's on you to decide. For God's sake, it's you want, I've chosen where we have dinner. I've chosen what film we're going to watch. I've chosen everything. You need to choose whether you're in or out of the relationship, for God's sake. Feels very much like that, where you're working flat out and William's just kind of like, la, 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 la. The Five of Swords, bear with me. I'm just going to grab a drink. Hang on. Sorry, Danav give you dry mouth all this tarot reading malarkey, I'm telling you. So, Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card about turmoil. It's a card about difficult decisions, things not being set, things still being up in the air, things not quite going as planned, and having to make fallback positions, and this isn't just plan B, this is plan J, because the first few have gone awry. It's interesting. Okay, this is an interesting card because it will keep you on your toes. You're going to have to constantly be kind of like ready to adjust and duck and dive, and how can I put it? You're going to have to keep dodging the bullets and moving around, if that makes sense, because swords is your trouble and strife. Swords are your hurdles, your challenges. They are the part of the deck that is all about learning, and we learn through challenges, hardships, and obstacles. That's how we learn as humans, right? When you're young and somebody says that's hot, if you go, oh, what does hot mean? Say if this was a hot drink, and you go, oh, I'm grabbing it. Ow! Well, you've now learned that when somebody puts a drink down and says it's hot, not to grab it by the base, because it will probably burn, right? And we get that from experience, if that makes sense. And those are the hurdles that the swords represent. So they are troublesome, but that's how we move forward. We've got the Two of Wands coming in between the King and the 8. Now, wands are all about security, confidence, how you see yourself, or how William sees himself, because we're very much asking this question from William's perspective, because you want to know what William's next actions are. The 2 of wands seems to suggest, so for me, 2s are all about to become one. Okay, so people coming together to be more than the sum of its parts, right? So a relationship, a partnership, something along those lines. Now, when it's reversed, it's talking about, so you can see here, we've got like, are these 2 hats? So it's a beak and a hat. We don't quite know. Doesn't really matter. But wands, if it was this way up, would be about the 2 of you coming together to be more than each of you are separately. So like the couple, the relationship, will achieve more than either of you can on your own. When it's this way up, it's talking about there being either this idea again of a separation, or this idea where it's almost like, it's almost, I don't want to say that there is a incompatibility. I don't want to say that you're not compatible, but it kind of feels like it kind of feels like, coming from the king, it feels like William is either not very sure of it, again, because the king is reversed. I'm just going to say it. I don't think that the king is particularly confident or sure of himself in terms of the relationship, right? Because the 2 is reversed, if the 2 was upright, it would say that, you know, although the king is emotionally uncertain, at least he's confident and he's fairly secure in terms of the 2 of you. When this is reversed, I don't think it is. I think the king has some doubts, maybe has some issues that he's going through from something previous, or maybe the 2 of you have not quite gelled the way that he thought or wanted, and therefore, you know, that's giving him that sense of doubt. I don't know. It does seem to be connected though, because we've got this on the same level. We've got the 8 leading into the 5. So what is causing this turmoil, this uncertainty? The 3 of Pentacles is about learning. The 3 of Pentacles is about it's almost talking about a apprenticeship, or learning a trade, learning something new, taking on some sort of course. Again, Pentacles being career, work, finances, but also this idea of growth. So I don't know whether William is really concerned that you're going to outgrow him in terms of that relationship. Does that make sense? Because it feels very much like this on this side is William's input, and when we look at you, you're bringing the Pentacles and you're bringing the Pentacles. Now again, so you're bringing that growth energy. This turmoil is what happens when you get somebody who is digging their feet in the ground and somebody who's wanting to move forward. That's when you get that clash. The root of it all, though, we've got the Magician. And the Magician is for a start, it's the only major arcana card you've got here. So the only big, shouty, important card. But also, because it is reversed, so this way up, the Magician would be talking about, you've got the tools to change your life. We've got lots of ability here. We can change the relationship. We can move forward. We can grow together, blah, 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 right? The Magician's a wonderful card. When it's reversed, there's a hint of manipulation. There is a hint of almost self-doubt and a lack of confidence in his own ability. Does that make sense? Because the Magician reversed could sometimes represent manipulation. So whereas the Magician upright is about manifesting things and changing the world around you for the better, literally performing magic to make things better and to make things, to increase wealth, to increase health, all of those lovely things. When it's reversed, it's talking about manipulation. It's not manifestation, it's manipulation. It becomes that negative element. Excuse me. So I wonder if at the root of this relationship, if William is really uncertain about his own position and his own place. Does that make sense? Because it kind of feels like he's waiting for you to kind of grow beyond him. If that makes sense, Amanda, because again, with this card coming in, that you are working flat out, burning that candle at both ends to meet those deadlines, and then you've got this 3 here where you've got this learning apprenticeship. Thank you, love. That's lovely. Thank you. Oh, watch your hand. It's going to be hot. Thank you, darling. Sorry, Rufus was just bringing me a lovely hot cup of coffee. It really does feel as if there is a conflict here, right? If we remove this central card, this becomes a pattern going from the past towards the future. But also, I think this is revolving around William's perhaps lack of confidence, because we've got the King of Cups reversed leading to the Two of Wands reversed. So we've got insecurity here with the emotions, so maybe unsure about the relationship. The Two of Wands, which normally would represent people coming together, now we've got this reversal. So is it the fact that you are separated? Is it the fact that your lives are starting to go in different directions? Then we've got the Magician. Is William trying to either manipulate you into the relationship, or is he watching as he's powerless? Because the Magician reversed is without that power that the Magician has. Maybe he's powerless to stop you growing. Does that make sense? It's like, because then we've got the cards that almost that you bring in with the Three of Pentacles linked to this Eight of Pentacles, but then also leading to this future, which is turmoil and those hurdles and challenges that you're going to grow from. Does that make sense? I don't think, from looking at this, I think William is quite powerless right now. And I think he really is wanting you to make a decision, and for you to maybe say, that you want him, and maybe even that you're going to sacrifice your own autonomy to be with him. Now, whether that's right for you or not, you are the only one that can decide. You're the only one that can make that decision, my darling. But that's what the cards are suggesting is happening in William's head, if that makes sense. I'm going to pull you an Intuitive Insights Oracle card. These are the ones that came with the Witch Casket subscription box last month. And let's have a look. We have Endurance. Yeah, this shouldn't feel like this. This shouldn't feel like it's tough. This shouldn't feel like it's like an ongoing battle. It shouldn't be this difficult, right? I honestly, it doesn't feel as if William is happy for you to grow beyond him, put it that way. But do with that, my darling, what you will. I hope that helps. And yeah, let's have a look. Right, let me swap the camera over and move that one out the way. Let's have a look in the live. Yes, I guess that means that makes sense. He decides most things. He's very much a, what's that? Is it a bull or a horse? I can't make out what a cow, a bull. I don't know. A high energy individual. Okay. Anything about insecurity there? Definitely. The King of Cups speaks of that, could possibly relate to insecurity with that reversal. The Two of Wands is insecure. Maybe that's also where the Magician card is. It kind of would suggest even impotence in terms of not being able to get things done, but even perhaps leading to actual impotence, erectile issues. Your girlfriend said that she thinks he's insecure. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I would say it definitely, there is a world where that would make a lot of sense with these cards that have come up. So yes, it would, as I say, it would make sense for that to be, potentially an issue. Could be Taurus, although Amanda did say that William was a Pisces. So yeah. Right then. Hope that helps, Amanda. That endurance card, it shouldn't feel like a battle. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't feel like it's a long, hard slog to get to be in a relationship with someone. It really shouldn't. But anyway, that is your reading for today. I hope that the answer helps. As I always say, all I can do is give you the information the cards give me. This is why it's not your grandmother's tarot. You know what I mean? This is as it is, as upfront, as blunt as we can be, and as authentic as is possible. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't know. I don't know how else to put things. Do you know what I mean? I've never been good at the fluffy bits. Do you know what I mean? Of a tarot reading where they're like, I'm not very good at the woo-woo, fluffy fluffies. I'm very good at what are you doing? Like, why is this so messed up? Like, no. Do you know what I mean? If I was in Will and Grace, I'd be Karen. No problem, my darling. Right then, shall we have another round? I think we should. I think it is time to open. Oh, I didn't hit the right button. It's time to open the round. So we're going to have a free round. So if you would like a tarot reading, get your question in now. It needs to start with the word question, and it will go into the hat, and one of your questions will be answered at random. The keeper of the questions will give me a name, and I will then read for that person. Okay, that's how it works. If you want to guarantee that your reading is up next, the only way to do that is up here. Look, to send it through as a super chat. Don't forget, donations over £6 or $8 will actually get you a longer reading like what Amanda just had. So all you got to do, get your question in. You've got about 27 seconds. I think this one is 28 seconds. Get your questions in, and one of them will be chosen straight after this. So yes, indeed, get your questions in. Right then, let's have a look. Shika McGoll. It looks as if you're the only person to ask to get a question in on that round. So there we are, my darling. You will be getting your next reading. Nida, good evening, my darling. I hope you are well this evening. Right then, so Shika McGoll, your question is coming up in 15 seconds. If I can find the right button. No, I can't. Hang on. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? There it is. Okay, then, as always, we are cleansing the space. And we are bringing in the always lovely Wispy. So then, Wispy, Shika McGoll would like to know, should I give another try to this relationship or let it go? I'm not going to sing Disney. I'm not going to sing Disney. I'm not going to sing Disney. Not going to sing Disney. Not going to sing Disney. Not singing Disney. Nope. Not doing it, not doing it, not doing it, not doing it. I'd rather quote Deadpool. Let's fucking go. Yeah, that's better than singing Disney, isn't it? So then let's have a look. Should I give another try to this relationship or let it go. Here we go, my darling. Let's have a look for you. Why have I got a card? Is that one I've just put in? Oh, no. I don't know why that one's upside down. I don't know when that happened. I don't think it was during that shuffle. Anyhow, let's have a look. So then, what you need to know? Really? Okay. You all saw that, right? It was reversed. I shoved it into the middle. I've then shuffled and it's come out on top. You all saw me do that. Right? Okay. You saw me do it. You saw me do that. Interesting. What you need to know. Oh, okay. And what the future outcome is. Right. Okay. So we've got some major arcana here, cards here. So in the first card we've got is that one that did that mysterious jump through the deck. So where you are now, this is the energy that has brought you to this point. Okay. We've got the Fool. Now, the Fool is the very first tarot card, right? But it's neither positive nor negative. The number of the tarot starts at 0, goes up to 21 with the World card, or sometimes it's called the Universe card, but it goes up to 21. It doesn't start with number 1, okay? The reason being that the Fool, this card is neither positive nor negative. Sometimes you have to start over, which can seem as a negative, but actually it leads to hugely beneficial results. Sometimes you are just starting something for the very first time, so you are naive and innocent, which the Fool reflects. It also reflects a journey, the start of a major journey. Okay, so the fact that you're asking, should I give another try to this relationship? I think it's up to you, in all honesty, right? Because it always is, because you make all your own decisions about your own life. However, the fact that you've got, hang on, let me just bung this on screen. There you go. The fact that you've got the Fool, you can give this relationship another try whilst actually doing something very different for the first time. Okay, just because you are giving the relationship another try doesn't mean you have to repeat the same cycle and do things the same way. This Fool card is suggesting maybe you try something brand new. So that could be a whole other partner, or it could be a different way of coming at this relationship. So it may be that you need counseling, like couples counseling. It may be that you're going to try and move slowly and get to know each other, start from the beginning again, because it's a very good place to start. When you maybe go for first dates, maybe start that whole process as if you are slowly getting to know each other, rather than maybe jumping back into a relationship after, I don't know, say you've been together 6 months, right? And you were almost at the point of moving in, and then you split, right? But it doesn't mean just because you give the relationship another go that you start off at 6 months. You could literally start over, start again at square one, at square 0, where you are literally getting to know each other. So then, Bob, okay, we'll just say Bob. So Bob, what do you think about the politics in the States? Oh, that's really interesting. What was your favorite song of last year, Bob? Oh, that's really interesting. I really like this one. Bob, what's your favorite meal? Oh, I really like you. Oh, okay. And do you have the dumplings of that? Oh, you do. Okay. I've always found them a bit heavy for myself, but I really like the noodles. Whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, you can always learn about each other in a whole new way. There are card decks that give you prompts. There are YouTube videos for couples that will give you prompts. You can write down a whole load of basic questions. Imagine one of your friends was going on a series of first dates, right? You would maybe, and you were helping them. Maybe you'd write down a list of questions. What is their favorite color? Where do they like going on holiday? What are the important questions? Do they believe that aliens are real? Do they believe we went to the moon? Do they believe that, you know, I don't know, in life after death? Do they believe in ghosts? Do they, you know what I mean? You ask all these multiple questions. During a relationship, you get to know all of that eventually. But this is going back to day one, square one. And so again, you can get to know Bob. Some of those questions you may never have asked. Some of those questions you may well know the answer to, but you're first dating. Do you know what I mean? And then this card comes in, which is the Lovers. Now, this is in the what you need to know. Okay. So what this is telling me is literally that there is a strong connection between the two of you. The Lovers is a very, very important card, because it's saying that you two have a bond, a strong connection, a strong bond, and that there is definitely a love connection, not just a lust connection, but there is a serious love connection going on between you. So with this card in mind, starting afresh could be a really interesting way to go. Okay, so this is almost saying give it another go, but try it in a new fashion. However, the one thing I will say, my darling, and I say this every single time anything like this comes up, hang on, let me just do it this way. If there was any abuse in the relationship, whether that be physical, sexual, emotional, financial, whatever, if there was abuse in the relationship, then get support, get help, and don't feel that you're obligated in any way to go back to that relationship. Okay, if there is manipulation or gaslighting or anything else going on, you do not have to go back to that relationship if you don't want to. Okay, just please always bear that in mind. If there wasn't any of that in the relationship and it just broke down for whatever reason, then by all means go back in. But if you've escaped something, stay out of it. Get support from friends, family, loved ones, counselors, whatever it is, and perhaps join a support group for people that have come out of difficult relationships. Okay, regardless of what the cards say, yes, the Lovers have come up, but if you were in a particularly nasty relationship, you do not have to go back there just because some colored bits of cardboard on a YouTube channel, on a YouTube live stream, are suggesting that there is that connection. Okay, it's more important for your safety above and beyond everything else. Hopefully that makes sense. Right, let's go back to the third card for you. There we go. So then, oh, I got that slightly, there you go. And so the future outcome, we've got cups, but we have the 9. Now, I always say the 9 is full, the 10 is overflowing. So the 9 of cups, if it was this way, this would be the most ideal situation it could possibly be in, right? Lots and lots of love, overflowing, well, not quite overflowing, but ready to overflow, full of love, full of happiness, a very, not very bright rainbow, but there is supposedly a rainbow there, a white rainbow, and it being a very happy ending. This is reversed. Okay, so this is maybe suggesting that there will be some, maybe there will be some sadness mixed in with those emotions. Maybe there will be some, you know, things might not quite go smoothly in the long term, in the future. Again, it's down to you to make that decision. You do make all your choices about your own life, but maybe it's worth trying something different, but keep your safety forefront in your mind. Does that make sense, my darling? What I would say is, should you give this another go? The cards are suggesting that it's more than possible. However, this long-term outcome card. Patricia, what do you think on this 9, on the 9 of Cups? Because I've got a feeling that this will be like happiness asterisks, happy butts. Do you know what I mean? It feels like the future will be okay. There is going to be a lot of love, but, and I'm not sure whether that but is worth it. Again, only you can make that decision in your life. Let's see what the wise crone herself, our magical granny witch, suggests in the chat, because Patricia is very wise, and again knows her stuff, which is why I will ask Granny Witch to actually jump in on that. It does feel, with this 9 of Cups, it does feel like there's a lot of emotion to come. Yeah, the issues will not go away. You both will have to work at it. Absolutely. Thank you, Patricia. Right, I didn't pull you an oracle card, so let me pull you an oracle card now. And we've got, what's that? Empathy. This is what you need to work on between the two of you then. Empathy for each other. That is fascinating. Empathy with each other, right? 9 of Cups. I said that the emotions will be there, right? It feels, as Patricia said, the issues won't go away. You just need to work at it. And then we've got the empathy card coming up. That's what you need to work on jointly. Okay. I hope that helps, my darling. I really hope it helps. Thanks, Patricia. I was blanking for a second on the reversal. But yes, thank you very much for that question, Shika. I hope that helps. And again, thank you very much for being here this evening. What am I looking for? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Deep down, you also felt in the long term it might not work, because we two do have a strong connection to coming up each other, but there is too many problems each time. Again, it feels like, listen, if you want to give it another go, do it very differently, right? Slow it down. Start right back at the very beginning. Don't jump back into a relationship the way it was. Okay, if that makes sense. I hope that helps, Shika. I really do, my darling. And thank you ever so much for your question. Mandy Bloom, good evening. Hello, Mandy. I hope you are well. Good evening to you. Right, we've got 9 people in the chat currently. So we're going to have another I'm going to open up another free round. Before I do, I think I need to hit this. Yes, indeed. The Witches Road is currently open. I am going to do some filming for it this week, actually. I've got some interesting videos planned. One of them, so I realize I've put loads of stuff on the website. Hang on with your questions a second. That wasn't a question hint. Hang on them. I'll put the link in the chat when we're doing the questions. Okay, so hold on, everybody. Just hold your thought there just for a second, if that makes sense. So what I've realized is on the website there are loads of PDFs, right? Loads and loads and loads of downloadable content that is quite cool, quite good content, if I say so myself. That isn't going to let me. Nope. But what I realized is the issue for new witches, the issue for people beginning the craft, isn't necessarily that there is no information out there. The issue is that there is so much information out there and people don't know where to start. So that is a video I'm going to work on coming up this week, as well as a couple of other ones that I'll be doing as well. So yeah, do go and check out over there if you want to go and have a look. There's loads of stuff to download. Workshops and courses will be starting in 2025. We're working on them at the moment, and there will also be other content going up over there, but there is currently loads of stuff from sub boxes and loads of items. Like I've just put loads of herbs on, this bracelet, and also it's the same one that's charging there for a friend. So some healing crystal bracelets will be going on there. I've got the matching earring set because I can't remember who it was last week that said about matching earrings, so I've done those now. So there'll be loads of bits and pieces going up on that website, so do check it out. Right then, is it time? What's the time, Mr. Wolf? It's freebie round time. Yeah, does that make sense? It's time. Right then, go ahead, pop your question into that there live chat, starting with the word question. If you've just put it in, if you were one of the three that put it in, do me a favor, stick it in again, because I can't go back in the chat very easily. But go ahead, pop your question into that there live chat, starting with the word question. The round is now open, and you've got about 32 seconds to get your questions in, and one will be chosen at random. Go ahead, do the things, do it right now, go. Okay, right then, we're Celine. Hang on, let me take the banner off. Celine, if you've asked a question, well, you have asked a question because the keeper of the questions has said you have. So, Celine, does the timing feel right for me to start my e-commerce business? Regardless, do it anyway, right? Do it anyway. I'm not even going to do you a card. I will do you a card reading because I've said I will, but do it anyway. There is a reason for this. The time is never going to be perfect. The time is never going to be right. Okay. You are never going to have the stars aligned, the economy in the right place. Just start it, right? You can always tweak. You can always change things as you go, depending on the market, right? At the end of the day, get it started. You can always make changes down the line. You can always turn it from an e-commerce into something else later on if that's where the market goes. There's never going to be the right time. Things are never going to be 100% perfect. So you might as well do it anyway. Do you know what I mean? Oh, is the economy in the right place? Probably not. The global economy is buggered. Well, is the economy in the best place it's going to be for the next 5 years? Who knows? The economy is all over the place at the moment. With the president being elected in the States, that's had global impacts. Depending on which country you're in, it might have had a positive impact or a negative impact. It's had a huge impact. Will those impacts carry on the way they're going now? Who can say? Nobody knows. So if you're looking to set up a business, do it. Start small with a view to plan. That's why I've opened the Witches Road, the website. It's up and running. There will be a whole lot more stuff on it in a year's time than there's on there now, but it's up, it's running, it's something, and it will grow. And that is what I would say to you, my darling. Grow. What was you, Crystal Rose? What was you, my darling? What was you? I don't know what was you, but yeah. So yeah, do it. I'll do your reading anyway, just to see what the cards say. So let me bring the other camera in. But listen, there's never going to be a perfect time, right? That was I've been watching some marketing and business people on YouTube, and this is it. Like, the best time to have launched anything is a year ago. because it would already be launched and you'd have a year of experience. Do you know what I mean? So do it now. And in 12 months' time, you'll have a year of experience. Maybe that business will be absolutely amazing. Maybe you'll have turned it from an e-commerce business into a physical shop. Who can say? Let's have a look at what the cards would suggest, though. So let's do this. There we go. Oh, bear in mind. Hold on. There we go. Perfect. So then, let's have a look. I'll do you a quick reading, my darling, but the best time to start something is right away. I wanted, you know, when lockdown happened, I was like, I'm gonna start the shop back up. I'm gonna start the shop back up. I'm gonna start the shop back up, and it didn't happen. It kind of did with somebody who I thought was a friend and turned out not to be a friend, and then, you know, it went a bit tits. So yeah, just do it. Just do it. Do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Right then, Wispy. Celine wants to know, does the timing feel right for me to start my e-commerce business? We've had a card flip already. The King of Pentacles reversed. So Pentacles is work, career, finances. Kings are people in authority. So this is the person in authority. It's reversed. So I would say that there are there's going to be hurdles, there's going to be challenges, and there are going to be difficult decisions and difficulties from authority figures, right? So just bear that in mind. Bear that in mind. As soon as we get a card flip, I always stop the shuffle and go straight to the drop. So then, there we go. And let's have a look at your 3 cards. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, where you are now. We have the 2 of Swords and what you need to know. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. So you've got 4 Pentacles out of, no, sorry, 3 Pentacles out of 4 cards. Pentacles is work, career, finances. Do it. So the Knight of Pentacles in where you are now. Knights jump in where angels fear to tread. Knights are the ones that, you know, don't think about the consequences. And even if you show them the consequences, they would do it anyway. So this is where you are now. You are the Knight, this Knight energy, this rebellious teenage energy. Just go for it. What is the worst thing that can happen? Well, the worst thing that can happen is you find out that things aren't quite right for you, in which case you go back and you try something different. What have you lost in that period? You might have lost some time, you might have learned some effort, but you would have learned some rules. You would have learned how to do things or how not to do things. There'll be something that didn't work, so therefore you've tweaked it, you've changed it. The Knight in this case is saying, I really wish there weren't 2 eyes. This freaks me out like that. But the Knight is saying, in this case, go for it. This isn't a warning. This is a case of going for it. The 2 of Swords, this is what you need to know. So there are going to be some complications. There are going to be some difficulties with maybe a partner or with somebody else that you are perhaps close to. So whether it's a business partner, a relationship partner, somebody that you are working with at the moment, whatever that is, we've got some crossed swords, which is crossed swords. See, it's the same. So there are going to be some issues, but this isn't enough to stop it. These are hurdles and challenges, right? So there will be somebody that tries to stand in your way. This could be the same person here that's represented with the King. I don't know, but it does very much feel like this is a challenge for you to overcome. However, the future position, the future, you know, potential, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. This is the apprenticeship card. This is the card that's all about starting and learning and growing. The apprenticeship card is literally that, learning a trade. So in other decks, you can see them learning to read, or you can see them as in a stonemason's apron, or you see them, you know, with a quill and a pen, because they are learning a skill, they're learning a trade. So this is all about taking those steps forward, moving on from the 2, moving on from, this is you jumping in, this is you going for it, Then there's going to be, you know, maybe some issues along the way. Be prepared for somebody to have some doubts and go, oh, but what about this? What about that? What about the other? And, you know, somebody to be a naysayer. Again, it could be the king, don't know. But the future. There we go. I'm back. So what was I saying? It's also the suit of growth. That was it. Because growth is linked in with sorry, I just got an Instagram. I must have Instagram up somewhere on the computer because I keep getting Instagram notifications. So, but I don't even know how that is. But anyway, growth, the earth element is linked with growth, right? So it's the earth, it's trees, it's all of that stuff. This is about growth, right? You might have somebody trying to stunt your growth. This king reversed, it may well be that there is somebody that is not too happy for you to move on, or not too happy for you to start out on your own, put it that way. So yeah, I hope it helps. Absolutely. Listen, is the timing right? Timing's never going to be right. This is saying do it anyway. This is saying there could be some hurdles, particularly from one person. It could be it yeah, I mean, it could be that your business might go in two directions. It could be that your business may well be like a physical and an online, something along those lines. I don't know, but it does feel as if because this is crosswords, it feels almost as if there is definitely someone going to be trying to stop you. And then this does feel that it's about this learning thing, right? Wispy. Oh, I know. Hang on. I haven't pulled you an oracle card. I was going to say there's something here. There's something. Is there? Oh, Wispy, I don't know where you're giving me this from, but this isn't from the cards. Is there a learning module? Is there something you need to do? You need to study, or some qualification you need to get, Celine? Because I'm getting that there is. I don't know whether it's something. Oh, give me that again, Wispy. I'm seeing either there is a certificate or qualification that you've got where you are now, right? That is almost company specific. That. Give me that again, Wispy. Right. So it feels like there is something that is company specific. So where you work now, there is something that you can't transfer. So you're going to have to redo it or restudy for it, or in a different field. Because what Wispy's giving me, as I'm talking about this being learning, I was thinking it was like learning on the job, like learning from experience. Oh, you know, I bought 500 tarot pins and I've sold 2. Oh, that's not a good investment, but I've got 500 of them sat in the back office. I thought it was learning like that, but Wispy, I'm being shown a certificate in a frame that you put on the wall. So I don't know whether this is a finance thing or whether this is a legal thing, could even be an insurance thing, but it feels like there is something linked into your work that you need to get as soon as possible, right? This paperwork or whatever this certificate is, you need to get this certification done either before you go into the business or soon after, right? So whatever that is, let's have a look. Let's see what the cards, the Insights Oracle card. Growth. Perfect. Growth. There is a growth here. Start small, start it now, go for it. You've got everything here in your favor. There's lots of growth cards. Even the King of Pentacles, when it's reversed, even this could be, a sign that maybe you're going to do things against authority. You're going to buck that trend of authority. That could be an interpretation here with this, but definitely go for it. There's lots of growth energy in all of these cards, and then you literally get the growth card coming up. I think there is going to be stuff for you to study, stuff for you to work through, qualifications and certificates that need to be put on walls before you can go totally legit. Bear in mind, you've normally got a little bit of window of time when you first start, depending on what the career is. But yeah, absolutely go for it, Celine. Go for it, my darling. Right, let's have a look in the chat. Oh, hello. Why am I? There we go. I'm back. Right. Right, Patricia. Oh, earrings. It was you. Right, Crystal Rose. They will be going up on the website probably tomorrow. I just need to work out the packaging because I've got the small earring boxes. Can I find them? Can I buggery? But I've got the bracelets in 2 different sizes as well. So yeah, and they are 925 silver wires things. In your current jobs, you have problems with your boss. Okay, that could be the King of Pentacles. Absolutely, that can be the King of Pentacles reversed. Can the Two of Swords be 2 options? It could be. It's more about 2 people and conflict. So it's no, it's more about could it be? I mean, it's possible that it's 2 decisions. If it's two options, then it will be that neither is better than the other, right? So if it is 2 options, it will be that they are both equal. If you do like a list where pros and cons, they will both come out with 12 pros and 3 cons each, or whatever it is, right? They will be matching. I don't think it is. I think it's more about, for me, the Two of Swords is always about a disagreement, cross words. So it's like there will be harsh words spoken. Yeah, just a temporary blip on the great highway of life. You will learn from those problems with your boss. Absolutely. Listen, you may even learn not to be a dickhead boss. You see someone doing something and you think, I'm never going to do that when I have staff. Yeah, absolutely. Two of Swords can be about keeping the right balance. It can be, and staying focused and calm. It can be. Yeah, it can be. That's also an option. For me, it's always about a disagreement, though. You do need to learn 2 certificates. Okay. It feels like one is higher than the other, because it feels like one's in a frame. No problem at all, my darling. No problem at all. Just go for it. Just go for it. Go for it. What is it they say? God loves a trier. The universe loves a trier. Absolutely. I hope that helps, Celine. Listen, let us know what the job is. Let us know if there is any way that we can help. Let us know once you've got a website up and running, or whatever it is that you're doing. Let us know about it. Like, come back and tell us. You can always add the website into the chat. You can't type it directly. You have to type at sign, like AT space SIGN or something like that, and then .com. You have to spell the dot DOTCOM so that YouTube doesn't get stuck. But do feel free to share that with us once it's up and running, or once you've got a few things at least set up and running on the website, and we'll happily give you a shout out for it when it's at that position. No problem at all. Right then, let's go ahead and open up another round. So if you would like a tarot reading, we do still have the super chats open, so you can guarantee you'll be the next person that I read for by sending it through as a super chat, or you can send your question as a question with putting question. Nope, that didn't make any sense. Or you can put your name in the hat for a reading by sending your question, starting with the word question, and putting that into the chat just about now. The next round is officially open. So go ahead and do that. Stick your question in. Starting with the worst. Oh God, my worms. I am mispronunciation. No, pispronunciation. That's the one. Pispronunciating my worms right now, which is got a nud thing. That took me far too long to work that out in my head, hence the pause. Anywho, let's go ahead. You got 24 seconds. 24 seconds. Get your question in. One of them will get chosen by the keeper of the question straight after this. Okay, Nida. I'm just thinking now. I don't know whether it's a Nada with an E, which sounds like an A, or whether it's a E as in need. Where's that? There we go. Gotcha. So, question. Is there something obvious I'm missing in my current situation? Let's have a look for you, my darling. If your name is not Nida and you asked a question, I think there was a few questions I didn't see. Then do please go ahead and select and copy your question. Get ready to post it or paste it when we open up the next free round, which will be after this. So then, oh, I haven't even got the camera on. That's useful, isn't it? That's useful. It's a good job I don't pick my nose, isn't it? Otherwise, I could be sat there picking my nose, thinking that I've got the other camera on and everything. What a horrible thought. Anyway, right, let's go. We're going to cleanse the space. As always, I'm going to do an extra cleanse there just because the idea. Right. Oh, I've made myself chuckle so much I've got hiccups. Oh gosh. Okay, don't need hiccups. Wispy, come rescue us from this. Oh no, I've got hiccups. Oh no. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let me just. Hopefully they've gone. I just took a sip and also held my breath. So hopefully the hiccups have gone. Right then, Wispy. Nida would like to know, is there something obvious they're missing in the current situation? Is there something obvious that Nida is missing in their current situation? Let's have a look. So then, is there something obvious? Do you drop? Oh, that's a very low drop. I wasn't expecting that. So where you are right now, 8 of Pentacles, what you need to know, the King of Swords, and what the outcome, what the future potential is looking like. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. So The Eight of Pentacles, where you are right now, you are burning the candle at both ends. You are, technically, that's not what I mean, because that normally means that you're going out dancing and gallivanting as well as working hard. No, it's more about that you're working flat out to get the it's more that you're working flat out to get deadlines hit, to get targets hit, to do that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're working flat out at the moment to either raise money or for things to grow, for things to get better, because the eights are all about getting to the nine, right? That's all the eight is about. Is it's like, okay, we're in the car, we need to get to the hospital because your waters are broken and you're about to give birth, so we're just going to put our foot down and get to the hospital. Like are we going to stop off for a coffee? Nope. Are we going to, take the scenic route so we can go past that lovely, waterfall that we really, nope. We're just going from A to B, not stopping. We're getting there. We're doing it as safely but as fast as we possibly can. That is what we're doing. We're going from here to there. And that is what the eights are all about. Hitting those targets, getting to those goals, achieving those achievements, doing whatever it takes to get to the next step, putting the effort in, putting the work in, right? So that's where you are now. What you need to know, we do have a spoiler. Somebody here is wanting to piss on your head and tell you it's raining, right? They want to rain on your parade. Somebody is wanting to see you fail, basically, because we've got the King of Swords. So this isn't just any sword. Swords are trouble and strife, hurdles, challenges. This isn't just any old sword. No, this is the King of Swords. This is the authority figure within the swords, right? This is somebody in your life that is either an authority figure, an elder, so it could be a parent, it could be potentially a husband or a partner or a boss. It's somebody who has not a say over your life, but some sort of authority over you, even if that authority is only within like within the workplace. Do you know what I mean? It's not as if this person is in control of your entire life. So it's one of those cards where, like, if it was this way up, I would say it's all being done with malice aforethought. It's all being done as it's kind of planned. Somebody's wanting you to fail. When it's reversed, it's almost like they're wanting you to fail because they're jealous. Do you know what I mean? It's not that they're wanting you to fail because they're wanting you to fail. It's like there's another motive behind it. Either they've got some skin in the game, or so they might have some money in it, or they've got, there is something in it for them. Put it that way. They stand to gain something if you lose something, put it like, if that makes sense. The future outcome, we've got the Knight of Cups. Now this is reversed. So knights, as we had with the last reading, I think it was, we had knights were positive, because that's like jumping in, all guns blazing, let's go for it. Knights are generally quite positive, but that element of jumping in with both feet before you look can sometimes end very, very badly, especially when it's reversed. So the cups is giving me this element of perhaps this is dealing with a relationship or somebody that you are friends with or somebody that you care about. However, the knight reversed here is saying that this person is kind of doing you dirty, right? This person hasn't got your back. This person is, again, I think it's connected. This person is somehow in it for Hang on, Wispy. Give me that again. Give me that again. Okay. Have you got right? So hang on. I'm going to come in the chat. I'm going to come in the chat. I don't normally go in the chat. Hang on. Oh, where's there's what good saying. Right. Right. It feels right. It feels like this is an older person and this is a younger person, right? It feels like you've got an emotional connection to the younger person, but that the older person is just a bit of a dick, right? And is acting against your better interest. The younger person, it feels, may not even know that that's a thing. Does that make sense, Nida? I think I don't know if that's what you're missing from your current situation, but it doesn't feel like either of these people can be trusted, right? I don't think it's the same person because we've got a king and a knight. So there's different age ranges and there's different authority levels. But this is an emotional connection. And this sword, this king is out to stab you in the back, basically. I don't know if that makes sense, my darling, but what I would suggest very, very strongly is to watch out for this older person, right? This person in authority. Watch out for them. They are bringing a challenge and a hurdle to you, and I wonder if this is you. It could be something you don't know about. I wonder if this is. Hang on. Go on, Wispy. Let's pull a clarifying oracle card. A clarifying oracle card. What is this? Opposition. Someone's got it in for you. Right? Somebody has it in for you. Absolutely. Like, I can't even. It's almost like school bully type situation. I don't know if this is workplace. I think it's probably workplace related because we've got pentacles, but it absolutely feels like there is boss energy, authority energy type person who's got it in for you, and is literally, this King of Swords is wanting to get rid of you or wanting for you to, leave the company, something like that. Not a very nice person at all. It's almost like they're waiting for you to trip up. But there's something else. It's all again, it feels like whoever this person is, they want you out of their way. Does that make sense? Hopefully, my darling, that makes some kind of sense. But yeah, this opposition card, someone's got it in for you. Somebody is wanting to see you on the downplay, if that makes sense. I hope that helps, my darling. Listen, forewarned is forearmed. Don't let the bastards grind you down and all of the usual gubbins. It's not worth getting too upset about. Do your own thing, and just be prepared to fight your corner. If this is a work-related thing that you're talking about, because it feels very much work-related, make sure you've got receipts. Okay? Listen, a boss steps by your desk and says, hi, Nida, I just need you to finish. Just stop what you're doing with Project Peacock right now, and I just need you to come and help me out. It will just take a couple of hours, but come and help me out with Project Owl, right? And you go, okay, what you do before you leave your desk is you send an email to that boss, CC yourself in, and you say, to Mr. Williams, that's the boss, just to confirm our brief conversation today where you asked me to stop working on Project Peacock and come and help you with Project Owl. I am confirming that I will be doing this for the rest of this afternoon. Do you need me to focus on Project Owl tomorrow as well? Question mark. That's confirming what you've been asked to do and sending a follow-up question, right? That covers your back. It's a receipt. It means you've got a recording contemporaneously of what was said. You send that email to your boss, CC yourself in, or CC in HR or your immediate manager, whoever it is. That way your boss can't come back to you on Friday and say, Project Peacock is now a day behind. This is a really important project, actually, Nida. And you know what? Because you are leading up this Project Peacock, that's now going to look very badly on you. And I don't think that we can have somebody in your position running Project Peacock anymore. I'm very disappointed that you failed to hit the deadlines. And you'll be there going, but you told me to go and work on Project L. Well, actually, maybe blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Get receipts. Yeah, throwing you under the bus. Get receipts, because it feels like a boss level person is out to get you, and someone will take full advantage of that. It's almost like someone's reporting back to the boss. Hopefully that helps. But anyway, best of luck to you, my darling. Jay's here. Good evening, Nibbling. Hello. I saw the comment on the group on the mod chat. It fixed itself. You don't know what YouTube's doing. I've got no idea what YouTube is doing, my darling. Yes, absolutely, Neil. I wholeheartedly agree. It does. Oh, no worries. Thank you, Nida. I'm glad it helps. Right. So, I haven't yet. Where is the bloody... Where's my thing gone? That was on here. I have lost my example. Bugger. Damn it. Right. So, what I have lost is a copy of the new fanzine that the wonderful Necro Neil is writing. It's called My Parents' Video. What is it? Hang on. My Parents' Video Log Journal. I think that's what it's called. Neil, put the link down below in the doodah, please. Where's it gone? I literally had it on the desk. Anyway, so for those of you that know, I have been recommending the Necronomicon for a long time. Okay, I absolutely adore the Necronomicon. It is a fanzine all about horror films, not the scary, super scary ones, but the ones from the 80s and 90s where the effects were a bit dodgy. The 90s ones where the CGI was a bit ropey. The 80s ones where, you know, they stuck a wig on a melon and then hit that with a hammer to get the effects. Do you know what I mean? It's all of those ones. They're all covered in the Necronomicon, right? But what Neil found, Necro Neil in the chat, what he found recently, we'll say recently, a while back, is his parents' video rental logbook. So his mum and dad rented out a bunch of videos in the 80s from their local video shop, and they basically reviewed them and they wrote them all down and stuck a score next to each of the videos of whether they liked it, whether they thought it was, you know, great, rubbish, all of that. And Neil's found this document, and it's like a little time capsule. And so what he's done now is he's writing reviews for all of those films, all from the 80s and 90s, right? All of those films he is writing reviews for and covering and releasing in the fanzine. Now, if you don't know what the zine is, the link for it is now in the chat, but you can also get it from necrozine.bigcartel.com. You can get that one, the video rental one, and the Necronomicon itself. Okay, so you can get both of these from the link that is about to come on screen now. So this is a recommendation wholeheartedly. I'm not paid for this. I adore this.
Legend has it that it was written by the Dark Ones.
It is coming. Necronomicon. Strange tales of the supernatural and the unearthly, when the fabled Necronomicon unleashes its ancient secrets.
The secrets of the Necronomicon do not come cheap.
Necronomicon.
What's in the basket? Easter eggs?
Definitely not Easter eggs. This is what it is. I found it. This is the zine all about Neil's parents, and this is the original. There, look, you can see this is the original scoring on it. I love this because if you were born at a certain time in the 70s or early 80s, right, you would be very, very familiar with this particular design. Let me just see if I can find the page. Of course, I can't find it when I'm looking for it. Hold on, what have I done with it? I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I can't find it, but the Lion brand, so this looks very familiar. The Lion brand airmail notebooks that were like this have blue pages in, and this is a copy of the original video logbook that his parents had, right? Absolutely amazing. It is a document. It's like a little time capsule. I love it. And Neil, I'll show you, right? This is why I love Neil's work, right? For 20 years, he has posted and made fanzines that look like this, right? For 20 years. It is absolutely amazing. It's proper old school zines. I absolutely love it. If you like horror films, if you like little snips at history, they've got some on here that were part of the video nasties that the UK tried to ban. They've also got things like Halloween 2, which is an interesting film. And he basically calls Dr. Loomis a nutter. So it's a fabulous. Listen, I love it. I could talk about it for weeks and weeks and weeks and days and hours and hours. But go get it. If you like horror, seriously, the link's down below as well. Go and find it. It's great. Right then, let me have a look. I will let you know, but no to this. No. Wouldn't be any good. Just because wouldn't be any good. Good evening to Belinda Jane Harris. Hello, my darling. I hope you are doing okay. Yeah, look, Neil's been making zines since he was 14, but Necro started when he was 20. Wow, that's like 30 odd years ago now, Neil. I know, right? Anyway, let's have another free round. Let's go for it. One more free round. The thing is in the chat. Please do go ahead and pop your question into their live chat, starting with the word question. One of those will get chosen at random and we'll go get read for. If you want to guarantee that your question is answered, send it through as a super chat. This will be the last chance for a super chat this evening. Okay, so then go ahead and do whichever way you want to send your question. Do please go ahead and do that very thing. Thank you. Okay, so I know, right? I was just flicking through. I thought that there was I'm sure I've seen in here a page, right? Again, I'm talking about the logbook. I am sure I saw in here a copy of the front page. Or was that not in this one? Was that just in my copy? Or is it where maybe I've got pages that are stuck together? I don't know. Oh, no, look, there it is. I found it. Look, that's the original. There we go. Look, that's the original logbook. How cool is that? And then that's the front cover of the zine. Look, it's the same. Also, look at that. That's Neil's mum and dad. How cute. Did you ever do that? Did you ever go to the photo booth and take sloppy pictures of you going, having a smooch? I know, right? Did you know photo booths now, £6. £6 in the UK. It used to be, I remember when it was £1, £1. £6 now for 4 pictures like this that you get from a photo booth. Absolutely ridiculous. So they are such cute pictures. It's so cute. Anyway, Belinda, has Belinda asked a question? Is Belinda here? Live doodah day. Belinda. Hello, my darling. Question: will I move house? You're 55 and ancient. Don't say that. You're not 55. Can't be ancient because it means I'm 7 years away from being ancient. So that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Also, 50 is the new 40 and 40 is the new 20 and all of that. I don't believe that. Everyone should be as old as they feel. Oh, don't say that. I'd be 94. Don't say that, Nida. I'd be 90 bloody 4. I feel like I'm some days, genuinely, some days I feel like I'm ready for me old people's home, me little old chair, me little old lady chair sat in the corner with me programs on, me Kilroy, yeah, in the mornings with me Lorraine Kelly and me exercise Lizzie or whatever she was called. Yep, that's me ready to go. TVAM. Yep, thank you very much. I'll be there with a soft runny boiled egg and some soldiers. That's what I think. Hang on 1 second. Anywho, what am I doing? I'm doing tarot reading for Belinda. Right, where's your question, Belinda? Did I find your question? Probably not. I might have clicked on it. Oh, there we go. Will I move house? I need to put it in that doodah. Right, let me do the thing. By the way, everybody, we have, there we go. We have the Coven of Crows. Our Coven of Crows is our members only space. We do a live stream every Sunday at 6 p.m, right? Where I still haven't got me camera on. We do a live stream every Sunday at 6 p.m, which is a members only live stream where we get to discuss all sorts of things. Tonight, I was going to use a new set of tarot cards, but the ever lovely Patricia said that they are a really good deck. And I was like, oh, maybe I want to do a review before I start using them, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got a review of the Tarot of Oppositions deck coming up. So that will come up this week. And then Tuesday, I can use these cards on some readings. So yes, right then, let's have a look. Oh, sorry. There we go. Ring the bell. I can ring your bell. Ring your bell. Oh no. I've had coffee and energy drink this evening. When it gets late in the evening and I'm surviving on energy drink and lots of caffeine, that's when I find it very difficult not to sing the songs. That's what happens. Right. Here we go, Wispy. Will Belinda move house? Let's have a look, Wispy. What do we think, my darling? What do we think? Don't forget there is a link in the, there we go, a link in the comments now and also in the description to the podcast episode. Is that it? No, there we go. I knew that wasn't. To the podcast episode all about my dragons. So you'll see, why do I have dragons here? Why have I got a dragon head crystal here? Why dragons? What is Wispy? What do I keep talking about this dragon that I've got with me? You can find all about it, High Priestess, in the podcast episode. Right. There we go. The High Priestess, what you need to know, the Hanged Man, and what the future outcome is, the King of Swords. Right, then I need to be on this screen. So, out of 3 cards, Belinda, you've got 2 major arcana cards, so 2 big shouty cards. The first one is the High Priestess. Now then, what does the High Priestess represent? Well, the High Priestess is somebody very high up in the religious order, obviously. Now, in Wiccan and witchcraft circles, a High Priestess is somebody who generally runs a coven or runs the group, if you like. But the High Priestess is somebody who is quite aloof, a little bit separate from the populace, from the people, and it is separate because she is in charge of the of the religiousness, if that makes sense. She's in charge of keeping the religious order. So quite often, in this case, we've got her with a book. Quite often you can see her with the Torah. She's normally depicted between 2 pillars, one white and one black, and she's the one that makes the final sort of religious decisions. Now, she is reversed. So the High Priestess quite often represents spirituality, deep connections with spirit. So it could be that there are some deep connections with hang on, Wispy. Is that deep connections with the house that Belinda's in? Or okay. I think there's a reason for you moving. So the High Priestess, when she's reversed, talks about almost piety and talks about, things having to be done a very particular way. Okay. And there is an element of control and that there in the name of spiritual connection. It doesn't feel as if this is a strong connection that you have for this place, but it feels like, how can I put it? I kind of want to ask, hang on, Wispy, go again. Right, Wispy, I'm going to pull a clarifying card, right, from the middle. I'm pulling a clarifying card for this High Priestess because I want to get I don't know if the house is it haunted, or is there an element here of it being a never-ending money pit or something? Is there something around, no matter what you do, things don't get finished in this house? Because it kind of feels like I'm getting, right, okay. I'm getting the TV show Ghosts, right? I haven't seen an entire episode. I've only seen them on the shorts on YouTube. But it's about a couple that buy a big old house, or not, they don't buy it, they're like, she inherits it from like a distant family member, and they spend a lot of time and money doing it up to turn it into a B&B, but the house is haunted and there's loads of ghosts. And in the first couple of episodes, or the first episode, the ghosts don't want this couple in the house, so they do everything they can to try and scare them off. And for some reason, Wispy keeps giving me this image of this house. So I don't know whether this is the house is haunted, or there is some sort of, you feel like almost like people want you out the house, or that you just don't feel welcome in your house. I don't know what that's connecting to, Belinda, but there is definitely something here around. Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether is it? Give me that again. Hang on. Ah, hang on. You're the ghost. Right. Okay. You don't want to leave the house. You kind of want to, but you don't want to leave the house. Is it right? Okay. Is it because this house is where you brought up kids and all of that? Do you have a deep connection to this house, Belinda? Because there is something here around this spiritual, this deep rooted connection to the house. I keep getting images from this bloody program. But of course, if you are strongly connected to this house, then it may well be that you are the ghosts that don't want to leave. You are the ones that are rattling around in a big old house, and not able or not really wanting to leave, because you've got all of the memories, and those ghost memories, if you like, are kind of there. What I don't know if that makes any sense. What you need to know, we've got the hangman. Now, the hangman is talking about a sacrifice. So this could be a short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain. This could be where it involves pausing and waiting, and there being a time of transition. And there being, you're having to wait for the right time. You're having to wait for the moment, if that makes sense. It kind of feels, so the hangman, the story behind the hangman is that it's Odin hanging on the tree of life, the Yggdrasil, for the knowledge of the runes, and he's either there for 3 days, 9 days, or 40 days, depending on which version of it that you read or that you see. But he sacrifices himself happily. And even in this card, look, even in this basic deck, you can see here there are no knots tied. This is not somebody who is trapped here. This is somebody who is hanging here with complete calm, a very happy smile, and they know exactly what they are doing. So there is a sacrifice linked in here, right? This sacrifice is talking about it's not the right time yet. The right time will come, but it isn't the right time yet, if that makes sense. In the future position, you've got the King of Swords. Swords is trouble and strife. Swords are hurdles and challenges. King is a person of authority. Okay, so it can be like a boss, a father figure, a husband, somebody who is in some sort of sense of authority around decision making. Now, when you're talking about will you move house, I don't think you will yet. I think this. Oh, I don't know, Patricia. Was it? I don't know. You know me. I forget everything. I don't know. That would make sense of this deep connection to a property, though. That would absolutely. Right. Let me pull you a Intuitive. Oh gosh, an intuitive insights oracle card. There's something else here that I'm missing, and I don't know what it is. Right, here we go. Joy. Okay. Right then. Okay. If we've got joy, wispy. This is not a deck to do this with. Wispy, wispy, wispy. Give me. Now, let me just lick my fingers. Right. Okay. Justice, a legal issue. There is something holding this back. There is something holding this back. There is a legal issue around moving. There is something holding this back. You need to get something sorted first, Belinda. This hangman card, there is something here that's linked in with this sacrifice. Okay, Wispy, now we've got justice. What is linking in with this? What is happening with this King of Swords? Why is the King of Swords blocking? What is going on? Why is the King of Swords blocking? What is happening? Hang on, that's 2. 9 of Cups reversed. Sadness and deep sadness. What was the second card that dropped? The Emperor. There's something. Who is it that is blocking this, Belinda? Who's blocking this? Because the King of Swords is authority figure with trouble and strife. The Emperor is the final, like, this is the final boss, if you like, the big boss who is coming in and blocking. There is something here that there's a legal thing you need to sort out before you can move. There is a sacrifice here that you need to make. There's a timing issue. It isn't the right time yet. We've got Joy coming in as an oracle. This is supposed to like shed light on all of this, but it isn't. There is something happening. What is going on? What is going on? I think you will move house, right? I think you will definitely move, but there's a lot for you to sort out before you do. A hell of a lot to sort out before you do. There's legal issues that haven't been resolved. There are maybe some financial or work needs doing before it's resolved. And we've got this Emperor, this either older man or authority man who is trying to stand in your way, right? And I don't know why that is. But it kind of feels like moving will bring you joy, it's just it feels like this is not the right time. It's like there's a lot of really unfinished business here, a lot of really difficult and challenging stuff that the cards are bringing up. That, I mean, you've literally got what, four major arcana cards that have come up in a 2, 4, 6, 7 card reading. That's a lot. And the only one that is upright is the Hangman, talking about sacrifice, and the Emperor coming in talking about delaying tactics and not wanting things to happen, and, you know, coming in with this idea linked in with this sadness. Patricia did put in the chat about, what is it, your mum's house that you're selling? Is that what it is? If it's your mum's house, I can completely understand what this deep connection is to it, and why you might not be ready to put a whole load of work in to move forward. Equally with this Justice card, there is something legal going on that you need to sort out before you can shift. Whoever this person is that's blocking things, Belinda, you need to really get them dealt with. Basically, you need to overcome this. Joy is here, right? It will bring you joy eventually to get this sorted, but I don't know who this person is, but they are absolutely blocking. Anyway, I hope that helps. Thank you very much for your question. I'm sorry that I'm not able to provide exact answers. These cards are interesting, to say the least. But thank you ever so much for your question, my darling. I hope that helps. Anyway, I hope it gives you some clue. I have no clue, but that, you know, no change there then. It doesn't really give me a definitive, but I hope that helps. For whatever it's worth, my darling. I hope that reading helps. And thank you very much for your question. Right, that is going to be it for tonight, everybody. Thank you ever so much for joining. And thank you for those of you that have asked questions today. Sorry we didn't get to more people. I got through as many as I can. You can probably hear my throat is getting a little bit croaky right now. But thank you very much for those of you that joined us this evening. And yes, don't forget, I'll be back on Tuesday evening. All being well, there should be a video going up tomorrow with the Tarot of Oppositions, or at least I'm going to film that tomorrow, so that I may well be using that deck on Tuesday. I have released the Witch Casket unboxing video for November, so do make sure you have a little look at that if you haven't done already. And don't forget, if you haven't done already, do please double check that you are subscribed, and then click your bell and change your settings to all, so that YouTube notifies you whenever I go live or upload a video. My voice is really, you can hear it now, my voice is really going. But thank you very much for joining me, everybody, and I hope to see you again on another one very soon. And as we always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.